Today we're going to be looking at the best players you can get under 400k budget. Let's get straight into it. Goalkeepers. Pretty standard. I must admit now, Van der Sar is looking more pretty every single day. 209,000 for this 92 rated keeper. I still think he's the best keeper in the game by an absolute landslide. Whether you agree, disagree, there is so many that you could go for. You could pick one of the Allisons. You've got 52,000 for his 94, or now his team of the year has dropped to 275. You've got an SBC of Czech at 450. Obviously, fodder is quite cheap, and he is cheaper to actually get on the market, but you could do the SBC if you really wanted to. Yashin, just in case you wanted an icon and you're not willing to spend more than 120,000 coins, and also Casillas at 230. For me, I'd go Van der Sar first, I'd then go Alisson, I'd then go Czech, Casillas, Yashin as that order. To be honest, you could go with others. I think Muslera, I think is how you pronounce his name, the Turkish goalkeeper, or it's Uruguayan goalkeeper in the Turkish league, is obviously about like 40,000 as well at a 92. Wouldn't be a bad shout, but I would at least look at the very minimum at a 94 Alisson if you're looking for very, very cheap. Now I am trying to keep with the newer cards rather than the olders because we want to see if these are worth actually having in your team. We've got a triple set of both. We've got Robinson, we've got Charles and Estepina as the left backs over in the team of the season. I must admit, 21,000. Not really going to bat an eyelid at that one. Slide tackle, whipped pass, long throw-in is fair enough, but a 4-4 with some phenomenal stats. Could go with the shadow, could go with the anchor. Definitely would be one of the better cards you can go with. Charles, coming in for the higher rated. I think one of the highest rated left backs we can physically get. I don't know if she's actually the highest, in fact, because I'm thinking Roberto Carlos is 93. We've got Teo at 94 as well. Maldini technically is 94. She is joint. Oh no, Sakinia. Sakinia is 95 as well, so that is always an option. But for 70,000 coins compared to 815, I mean, you can't really argue at the price. She has got herself jockey, whipped pass, and intercept with a 4-star, 5-star also. So again, very, very good stats. And we kind of saw this happening, that the women's would get a huge boost in ratings. Playstyle Plus is definitely not the worst in the kind of category as well. And then we do have Robinson, who can be upgraded. 4-star, 4-star, and the one thing I really like about him is that Rapid Plus. And that's going to be towards more of a overlapping fullback. If you wanted a fullback that's just staying at the back, Rapid's not really what you need. So maybe something like the intercept jockey combination could be the move. But if you are looking for overlaps, the Rapid is going to be an absolute key part. We actually have three right backs in this side, and one of them is an SBC. I should have thrown McCabe in here as well, to be honest, because she's not a bad SBC herself, but Vasquez can be upgraded the same as Klaus because they are live cards, and I believe the live card upgrades are either happening today or tomorrow. I'm actually not too sure which one we're going for because normally it is Wednesday, so I'll be interested to see what upgrades happen when, basically. We don't have the double playstyle plus and Vasquez as well, which is a bit disappointing, to be honest. I really thought that the team of the season, especially SBCs, all should be triple. Even if they're not necessarily the greatest, you could have a long ball throw in, you could have the relentless like Klaus, which unfortunately ruins him. You should have the triple at the absolute minimum. But for 130,000 coins, it's really not bad if he does manage to get that upgrade. Plus, can put him into the evolutions as well. We then have Ben White, who is the Prem right back this year. 91 rated. I mean, in terms of upgrade, I don't know if I'd kind of upgrade any of these compared to like a Galazzo Carfu or an evolution that you might have done by now, because there's definitely quite a few. But for the price that you are looking, they are very cheap if you are looking to make a starter team. Long ball pass, whipped pass, intercept, not the worst combination you can get. And like I said with Klaus, unfortunately the relentless for me is just not the work. I really don't like that playstyle, but it is just is what it is, basically. We have got intercept and block though, so that is at least two very good playstyles he can get, and the pace he's got is absolutely sensational. So if you're looking to improve your team, make sure you're heading over to lootbar.gg. They are the best and most reliable coin service you can find. Also with the best 24-hour manual customer service that you physically cannot find anywhere else. But before finishing on lootbar.gg, make sure you are using the code JT11, 8% off your first ever transaction, and then 5% off every time after that. Once you've gone through the payment, you'll be able to get your coins within the next 24 hours, absolutely guaranteed. Also, with the code, you'll be able to get 5% more coins on every transaction. Make sure you do click the link either in the description or down in the comment section below. Now, I've whittled down the list of centre-backs. We actually don't have that many cheap centre-backs, especially from the Prem. When you're looking at Virgil or obviously Saliba, Saliba's 600, Virgil is still 7.4, so they're a bit out of the budget of 400,000, but you could still look at the Gabriels, you could look at Alexandri. Hope I'm saying that right. I believe she has got the double upgrade already as well. So that will be a very interesting one to see nonetheless at a 93. 88 pace already. For 54,000, not a bad shout. You've got pinged pass, which will let it slide. You've then obviously got the jockey and intercept, which are decent for the centre-backs. Whereas Gabriel, love the aerial. Slide tackle's a nice bonus. And I would prefer anticipate, but not everybody can have that combination. So I suppose Bruiser is going to be what we go for. And then you just have to make sure, in my personal opinion, is to have a second centre-back that does have that anticipate. But again, for 55, you're not crying at a 91 Arsenal player. St. Just though, 24,000 coins. He is the fastest centre-back on the game. I don't think there is a single centre-back that has more of a base pace that's an original centre-back as well. 95 is absolutely crazy and still has the 90 defending as well. He is coming in at top. The only other person to beat him at the moment is Teo Hernandez with 95 as well, which is a centre-back version of his left-back. So he is the fastest centre-back you can get. The second fastest, you guessed it, is him as well as a gold card. So that's going to be crazy to see nonetheless. I want to see actually, is he lengthy? He's controlled. He can go to controlled lengthy with either an architect or a sniper. So I'd probably just go with the architect. Get the 91 physical. Get him lengthy because that's going to be a big difference. He has got the quick step as well, which would play into the hand really nicely. Aerial slide tackle for 24,000 coins. That is an absolute must on the bench. 95 pace is crazy. And then we've got the oldie but goldies. We've obviously got Militao coming in at 280, De Ligt coming in at 290, Vidic at 153, 400 for Blanc, and Kohler at a measly 192. All of them being featured before. Anticipate aerial, aerial slide tackle, anticipate aerial, anticipate and aerial. All of them are fantastic centre-backs. Doesn't matter who you put next to who, they all will absolutely do the business. But for under 400k, I would say this is the selection I personally would make. Let me know two that you choose out of these ones. Now we've got a crazy midfield, got quite a few to go into. I've kind of chucked Yaya here just purely on the fact if I set him up, because Yaya Toure is, especially this one, is extinct at this moment in time. I don't know how long the evolution has got, but you can go and make this 87 all the way into a 92 team of the season protector. That is phenomenal. For the value that you're going to pay, if you can snipe him at 120, the evolution, does it cost? I want to say it does, plus protect. Yeah, 500 points, 100,000 coins. That's really not a bad one if you wanted to go for it. So I had to throw him in. He's just insane already. So adding that 92 from just the 87 is fantastic. Marquez is in here, but that is predominantly from CDM or centre-back. He still is cheaper than the 400k mark, and you've got a long time to get him done. But he is absolutely brilliant on both positions. You want to play him as that CDM, drop him back a little bit, that works. But even in a centre-back, he has been known to be an absolute monster between that centre-half pairing. Essien, always got to love him. The SBC is more expensive than what he is on the market, but we can still move with it. Beckham is insanely cheap at the moment. I don't know why. For some reason, they've not linked that he has got an SBC. I don't know if it's because it went and now it's come back, but that's 418 just for the SBC, let alone just buying him off the market. And for me, I still think he is a very good centre mid. Slowly coming down the mark now, obviously with plenty of team of the seasons with multiple playstyle pluses, but he still can do the business. Park Ji-sung, love the box-to-box, technical relentless, not the greatest playstyle pluses. It was one thing once he did come out that I did mention that it's just a bit unfortunate for him because he really has the potential. Him, Ramirez, Tevez, and there was somebody else. Well, I assume it was going to be Company, but he's kind of already there. Once they got released into this game, you knew full well, once we got past the team of the season, we didn't know about triple play style pluses yet, but once we got into that 95, 96 range of heroes, they were going to be incredible. And the stats alone for this one, once he gets that big upgrade again, is going to be crazy. Xabi Alonso at 400 on the mark, very good CDM. I love the upgrade from him. He's got the passing and defensive playstyle plus, which really puts him on the mark. Stanway, cheap absolute beast. 56,000 for this 93 CDM. 4-star with some insane stats. And then we have got some of the team of the seasons. We've obviously got the plus, well, one plus in fact, with Zalelm. She's 92 rated with Incisive, Relentless, and also Anticipate. For 32,000, you can make the cheapest team of the season team that still will be able to kind of keep up with them top end already, which is nuts to see already there. We've got McAllister from the Prem, 55,000, little bit underwhelming. I thought he could have definitely been a little bit higher. I'd probably said 94 at a max, but 93 would be where I was kind of at. Unfortunately, Deadball is going to take one of his playstyle pluses away, but if you need a free kick taker, it's not the worst. We have Loftus-Cheek, who is personally going into the upgrade for me. If you don't know about this one, I don't know again how long it's got left. But if you are looking at Loftus-Cheek, you can make him into that 93 before they get upgraded. Because some of these cards, when they get the double upgrade or the single upgrade, whatever they've managed to get, could potentially go away from not being able to go into this. So make sure that you are obviously doing it before. If you've got Loftus-Cheek, make sure he gets into that live team of the season upgrade before they got upgraded, because he could take over the mark and might not be eligible. Then you've got to just pick anybody. But it is absolutely free. You can then make him, if he gets a double upgrade, all the way up to a 95, which is going to be perfect in itself. And then one of the cheaper ones in Santos, 89,000. Rapid, Finesse, Flair, 5-5 with some incredible stats. I mean, for cheap beast, you are absolutely looking at it. Now into the wing then. So I must admit there's some beautiful cards. We've got a couple of old ones. Obviously the right wing hasn't really had the glow up as of yet. I can imagine that will come very soon. But Sala and Jarzinho being the two favourites. You could even throw Hansen in there, but I personally would be looking at someone like a Kudus, or going for somebody who could potentially go both sides like Mallard can. I don't know if Zaha can go striker. Nani can go across and Garnacho can only be left wing, but you can obviously flex between the two. I've just put them in their respective positions of where they are currently, like their base sort of position. But Kudus coming in straight away with a rapid trickster whipped pass, 4-4, 400k. It's a live card as well, which will be very interesting to get that double upgrade. Whether they do finish it is going to be the big question, to be honest. As we're doing this, I will try and find the tracker. But then we look at someone like a Zaha, 5-4, again with the live upgrade. The only problem I have with all this is I have not a clue where this tracker is. We shall find it because it's somewhere. There it is. So we've got the team of the season lives. Let's have a look. So we've got Zaha and Kudus. So if we was to look at, there's only so many, so it shouldn't be. Ooh, my Loftus-Cheek is not doing a very good job. He looks like he's only getting 8 club goals. Oh yeah, 1. Oh my. Okay, Kudus. Ooh. I mean, he could get he still could get them. He's got only 4 goals to get, so 2 games apiece against Luton, who could they already be down? I think they might be already be down. Doku looking good already. Where is our man Zaha then? He's got the... Oh, okay. So Zaha's going to get the double upgrade. So Zaha's going to be the 93. Kudus could potentially go up, but it's going to really depend on them final 2 games. Luton's going to be the clincher there. Whether he can get the 2 wins back-to-back does mean they've got to beat Chelsea at... Well, Chelsea away, technically, if you're looking from a West Ham's perspective. But that could be interesting. At least a 93 potential, whereas Zaha is getting the double. So that always makes these cards that little bit more enjoyable to be able to see if they are going to go up even more. Then we look at the moments that we got from this week. Nani looks fantastic. Rapid, technical, which is a bit of a waste. I'd rather just have rapid and then maybe like a finesse shot, or even like a whip pass, incisive, something passing. We've got the Travella, the 5-5, great stats, and for 367, he's only going to continue to go down. Very interesting card nonetheless. Mallard coming in for the Man U lot as well. 52,000 for the Travella, Flair, and quick step combination. Very good stats again. And then finally, the king himself. We love a bit of Garnacho. I really didn't expect him to get one, to be honest. I thought he's had a very good season. Very nice. I don't know if you call it a breakthrough season, but he's definitely stepped up to his mark a little bit more. Maybe captivating that left wing role at United, which is always needed, definitely needed. But whether I think he deserves a moments compared to some, I think he's put himself in the hat more so than Nkunku, but he definitely is a very, very nice upgrade again. And then finally we have got the strikers. Now, like the wingers, I think we need a little bit more budget to really get into them top ends. As we go through the team of the season, we will start to see cheaper and cheaper players. When we look at someone like a Watkins in this, 42,000 for a 93. I've even threw in a 96 Shaw here for 200,000 to get a 96 in your team. Maybe you just want the rating. I must admit, she doesn't look terrible in any shape or capacity. 95 physical, 96 shooting, 90 pace. You've obviously got no kind of quick step or rapid, which really would have made this card exactly how Haaland feels. But with the aerial, chip shot, power shot, you've got a bit of leeway. Just whether you'd kind of want it up front in comparison to some, it's mainly the price for the rating that's really crazy to see. And Nkunku, like I said, with Garnacho, I don't know how he's got in, but I mean, I'm here for it. I love an Nkunku card. Last year, he had some absolutely baller cards. This year, unfortunately, he's just not had the season he wanted. Maybe next season, we really start to see him, but even so, 92 rated with a 5'4", flair, technical, and also Travella. It's never going to be a bad card. He's always great at dribbling and obviously has the pass and shooting and pace to really put up them stats as well. Harry Kane has always been an absolute baller. We're going to hopefully see him in the Bundesliga this Friday. So thought I'd just throw him in for the mention because being the top goal scorer in Bundesliga, I'm assuming, may have not won it, but he's definitely got that golden boot once again. But again, another very good card. Big boy Benz, maybe we see him at some point. I know we're getting the plus team of the season, which is basically rest of world every week. I can imagine he will come in at some point. I imagine he will come in during La Liga, just as the kind of crossover that you wanted. Still got a few icons in here. Still think Gerd Muller's definitely worth a shout. And also Hugo Sanchez is one of my favourites from the lovely, I think it was Ultimate Birthday that we got. Beautiful, beautiful card with that Rapid Plus. Same as Alex Morgan. 5'5", 93 striker with some incredible stats. Whether we do see a team of the season as well with the MLS, I kind of see how they do that. I'm assuming she would come in during the pluses as well, unless they're doing a whole MLS rework as well. I don't know how they're actually doing the Women's League. And then finally, we have got Bowen. He is an objective player, and I've kind of thought, after I put him in, I was like, well, I didn't put Minu in, who is definitely going to be in that centre mid. He is an absolute must from the season objective. But Bowen, just for the price that technically the non-price that you're getting him for, isn't a bad card as well. Another Prem English striker. You can get yourself 42,000, a little bit of an objective, 2 English, 91 plus strikers. What more can you want from that? So that's going to be everybody under 400k. Let me know your favourite card from this list. Make sure you do like and subscribe down below as well. And also if you want to check out the videos on screen, I will catch you all for either 6 PM or tomorrow. Peace.